Hi, Cancer. Welcome. Cancer, this is going to be your reading. I'm going to start with the spiritual general messages, and then I'm going to go into the you versus them love reading. I'm time stamping this December because that's when I'm recording it, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But my readings are timeless, so I just trust that whenever you find this, that's when you're meant to hear it. So wow, here we are, Cancer, towards the end of December, and what a whirlwind 2023 has been, right? I feel a lot of reflective energy, a lot of nostalgia coming through the collective, and that's because we're also in the middle of a Mercury retrograde, which is going to wrap up 2023 as it doesn't go direct until January 1st. So you might be feeling that, you might be feeling in your feelings, a little bit more touchy or emotional than usual. I get like a hypersensitive energy coming through where it might even catch you off guard, like you're bipping along doing fine and then all of a sudden, something triggers you out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Like, be careful with that. Like, this is like a trigger warning type of energy here. But it's also about comfort, this very sentimental, down to earth, family oriented energy coming through as well. And interestingly enough, you have the card of healing, which is all about growth, making amends, releasing things that are no longer serving you, also releasing any shame, generational trauma. And interestingly enough, this card also talks about sensitivity, being really sensitive. So don't be surprised, right, if you just feel on edge almost, or you're feeling fine and then all of a sudden you're triggered emotionally, whether it be happy or sad, I don't know. But yeah, it's a very soft energy. Okay, so let's see what else we have coming through here for you, Cancer. You have the card of guidance, playfulness, and completion. So I feel like the missing puzzle pieces are kind of coming together as we close out this year. This is talking about listening to your guidance, Cancer, but also being more playful, being more fun in the energy. Sometimes, people think healing is like this deep, like a serious, sometimes dark thing that we have to go through, but not really. I mean, you can heal through joy. You can heal through laughter. You can heal through play. It doesn't have to be, a deep therapy, hypno, whatever session to heal yourself. And in fact, sometimes that type of, sometimes if you go about it that way, it actually causes more, it digs up more than you bargained for. So it's about balance. It's about, sometimes the best thing you can do for your heart is to be light, to be joyful, to be playful, to see the best in your current situation and let all the rest go, right? We make too much of our past, of our, traumas, that it becomes who we are. And we're not meant to live that way. We're meant to have experiences, both good and bad, but we're not meant to carry those experiences forever in our essence. Because it weighs us down. So it's like kind of allowing yourself to just truly be in the present moment, in the here and now, and looking forward is going to make your energy feel so much lighter, Cancer, than it has ever before. So let's see what else we have coming through for you then. Cancers. Seven of Swords. Ah, I hate that card and it keeps showing up. King of Cups. Ooh, sorry. And the Emperor. So, when it comes to like the men in your life, the masculine energy in your life, whether it be a parent, father figure, mate, friend, I don't care. Something funky going on there. Okay, I just have to straight up say it. It's like, use your intuition on this one, Cancer. If you're a masculine Cancer, then you also need to check yourself at the door and make sure that your intentions are pure, you know, before you really dive into something, okay? Especially on an emotional level. So if there's things that you still need to sort out within yourself, it's best to figure that out beforehand, right? So for those of you who are dealing with the masculine, then that's what I feel for that masculine energy is like they have some things that they really need to figure out emotionally before they try to go calling the shots. You know what I mean? Like, and they're giving me the song, It's My Prerogative. I don't know why. It's Bobby Brown, I think. But I mean, let's not focus this on someone else. Let's focus this on you, Cancer, because I feel like for you too, there's some things that have been left unsaid or maybe even hidden emotionally. And it's so to keep things under wraps or to keep things under control. You know what I mean? Like sometimes it's not best to just say everything we're thinking and we're feeling. You know, I don't want to say suppress, but I also want to say it's about timing. It's about the right timing, more so than anything else. So some of you, there's like a timing issue here where, you know, maybe the timing just isn't really great to move forward with something. So let's see, what's this about? High Priestess. Oh. Four of Cups. Two of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. So, Cancer. Hold on a second. If you cannot figure out somebody's motives or somebody's emotions, that's all right. It's not for you to figure out. It's not for you to figure out how somebody else feels. It's for you to figure out how you feel about that. You know, and sometimes I think relationships make this tricky because sometimes it's hard to tell what is ours and what is someone else's baggage. You know, like what is ours to figure out and fix versus what is my partner's to figure out and fix. And if you just always bring it back to the only thing you have control over, which is the way you think and feel, then the answers become a lot more simple, right? When you take the other person out of the equation altogether and just make it simply about how you perceive this person, what you expect out of a relationship, and how you genuinely feel, you know, that's where the true answer is. That's where the sweet spot is. And most people don't do that. They want to make it about the other person. They want to say, you know, it's the way they treat me, or it's the way they do this. It's them, it's them, it's them, it's them. And I'm telling you, it is always you more so than it is the other person, because you're the attractor of your experience, right? Which means that you're the only one emanating that vibration that is drawing that to you. And so if you don't really get to the root of why you're vibrating in a certain way, then you'll never be able to resolve or solve your relationship conflicts or woes or dynamics because you're pointed in the wrong direction. But we try this. We try to wrestle other people to the ground. We try to control others. We try to tell them how to be and what to do so that we can feel better. But there's no power in that. There's no power in that because you can't control someone else's emotions and thoughts. That's their free will. They're born with that. Same way you are born with that ability. And yeah, it's more so about, well, if I can't control the other person, then it's got to be about me, because it's always about you. It's always about you. You're at the center of everything that's happening to you. You cannot be outside of you. It is about you. And I'm hearing like, you never get in a conflict with somebody and they're like, oh, you always make it about you. And it's like, yeah, so do you. So does every person on this planet. We're all making it about us because we're all the center of our own realities. We're all creating our own realities, but none of us are creating other people's, just our own. So, you know, for anybody to accuse someone about like, oh, you're making it all about you, but in that statement, they themselves are making it all about them. Do you see the irony there? Do you see the irony? So, but how can we co-create and get along? And that's the question. The question is, how can I live in my reality and you in yours and collaborate? And it's totally possible, but it's possible only through knowing yourself, only through the higher vibration. And sometimes that means in order to get in tune with yourself, you got to detach a little bit. You got to move away from the situation a little bit so that you can weigh things out, so that you can really pay attention to your intuition and how you feel, and then make the next move. And that's actually what the encouragement is here. So let's see what else. Judgment. Page of Swords. Oh, the 10 of Cups. So, there seems to be some skepticism around a decision here, or a judgment call that needs to be made. Hold on a second. Really? I have never gotten this from this card before, but I heard favor. Somebody's asking you for a favor, or maybe you are, and there's a lot of skepticism around that. And I feel like there should be. Be careful about favors. I know this is random, but just take it or leave it. Especially when it comes to like family members. It's like people that you should be able to rely on or that are in your social group, but it's something like seems off about it. Yeah, I also feel like there's skepticism because there is something being hidden here, or not all has yet to be revealed, but I feel like there will be clarity around this more towards January. But it's like needing to take a moment to yourself to kind of detach, to weigh things out. There's your inner critic is showing up as well. So be careful with that. It can be a very critical energy, but it can also be a very protective energy. So again, balance. Like base your decisions on what would feel the best to you, Cancer. Listen to your emotions, your emotional guidance system. You are receiving guidance during this time frame. And see, what's interesting is this all feels very serious to me. But the message earlier was to kind of be a little bit more light and playful. And it's like the more, it sounds bizarre, right? But it's like, but it's not, because this is the guidance. The more fun you can have, the more you can take your mind away from it, the more you can be joyful anyways, the faster like a resolution comes here. Because we end on the 10 of Cups, which is beautiful, emotional, fulfilling energy, and the Star, which is like wish fulfillment. But it's after a period of like second guessing yourself. That's what it is. There's a second guessing going on here. And that's what's yet to really be vetted. So let's see what the guidance is. There are many right ways for us to behave. It is possible to live upon this planet with large numbers of other beings who believe and behave in a variety of ways. When you're able to focus in such a way as to allow your alignment with Source, even though others are choosing to behave differently than you're choosing, then you will truly be free from the bondage of attempting the impossible task of getting everyone to agree on one right way. One right way would lead to endedness. Many right ways allows for eternity. So, wow, this is really interesting and maybe a hard message to really wrap your mind around. But basically what this is saying is that there is no one black and white right and one black and white wrong, but there are many right ways for us to behave, and each of us is kind of defining and feeling along the way what is right and best for us. But don't get it twisted, because what's right and best for you may not necessarily apply to the person sitting next to you. So it's that, again, that balance between allowing yourself to have the free will to decide, but also allowing that for others, understanding you cannot control that to begin with. So, wow, interesting start to the reading. We're going to go into the you versus them love portion of the reading now and see what we have coming through. And I'll see you in just a second. And welcome back. All right, Cancer, now we're going to go into the you versus them portion of the reading. I'm going to go back and forth between you and the person you may be connecting with. Keep in mind it is a general read, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and let's go ahead and get into it. So, you have the Lovers out here, and person you're connecting with has the card of abundance. Beautiful. So yes, this is all about like soulmate. I hate the word twin flame, and I'm not going to use that word anymore. I've never been a fan of reading twin flame journey. It's not ever. In fact, I even made videos kind of not against it, but I made videos as to how I think it could lead to toxic behaviors. And I think you can still find it somewhere in my YouTube. Anyways, I don't know why I'm going into that, because I know some of you believe in the twin flame journey. Believe what you want. I don't care. I just wish well to everyone. Just always make sure that you feel good and that you're loving yourself. That's all I'm going to say about that. But I'm no longer going to use that phrase, because I personally feel like you have many soulmates in your life, not just one. People enter your life for a reason and they leave your life for a reason. And when we hold on to people after they've served their purpose in our life, or try and force an outcome in that situation, it will ultimately always backfire, because just like the winds change and the tides change and the seasons change, so do relationships, and it's natural. And as hard as that can be to accept, you're really being encouraged to go with the flow and understand that the universe will never leave you without. It will always bring you more to look forward to in many different ways, and through many different avenues, through many different people. And yes, you have more than one soulmate. Okay. Wow, I wasn't expecting to go into that, but I hate to burst the bubble of my twin flamers. I'm not saying you can't have a twin flame. I'm just saying I choose to veer away from that subject. All right, but I do feel soulmate energy with this card. And abundance on this person's end. So I feel like things may be going really well for them, but also maybe going really well for you. So let's see. We're going to look at the recent past, how it led up to the now, how you both see and feel, and what's likely to come next. Let's get into it. Three of Pentacles, Page of Wands, Ace of Wands. So, Cancer, yeah, I feel like this is a beautiful energy. This is like getting excited about life, you know, having something to be passionate about, moving towards your passions, towards your desires. This is the card of cooperation, you know, emotional support, but also the building blocks of your life. So I feel you being very supported in the energy as we come into 2024 to pursue your desires first and foremost, to go after the things that really motivate you and inspire you. More towards the inspiration than the motivation, though. Because motivation has a little bit of tension to it, where inspiration is more from spirit. So I feel that energy coming through, and it's quite beautiful. Let's see this person's recent past. Oh, wow, I got a whole book. I'm just going to read it. I haven't even looked at all the cards. I'm going to read it exactly as it came out. So I feel like this person's learning to listen to their emotions, to really get in tune with what it is that they want, particularly when it comes to connections, friendships, networks, things of that nature, love. They're really also opening themselves up to different avenues for money, for success, to kind of bolster what it is that they want for themselves in their life. It's kind of an ego-driven energy, but at the same time, I feel confidence here. I feel like this person feeling in their strength, okay? But sometimes that strength can lead to defensiveness. They may not be the most touchy-feely energy, or at least in the past they weren't. They may have actually come off quite distant, quite cold, or just guarded, if nothing else. But I feel like this person has gained a new perspective. They're seeing things differently as they're coming into the now. They're prioritizing more and more stability, you know, security, a good foundation of which to build off of. And because they're particularly interested in what the future holds. And how can they think about the future if things are unstable in the now? So stabilization seems to be a very important theme in this person's energy. So let's see how you see each other in the now. How do you see this person in the current moment? Seven of Pentacles, the Lovers again. You definitely see this person as your counterpart, your soulmate. There's a lot of commonalities here between you and this person, but I actually feel you recognizing that. And yet there's a little bit of grudge holding. There's a little bit of holding on to things. There's a little bit of this tightness. I got pettiness. Really petty. I don't usually get that word. Which is nonsense, because actually you want to invest in this person, or there's an opportunity to invest in the connection. Some of you have already invested your time and energy into this. So let's see this person's, there's that Seven of Swords again. How does this person view you? Queen of Swords, the Sun, the Seven of Wands. So this person is in this space right now where they really just want peace, no conflict. They want peace of mind. They want to feel good. They want to be happy. They kind of want to be in their own little bubble, and maybe they want you in their bubble. You know what I mean? I feel like this person is in this very thoughtful, like considerate type of energy, and it's just, for them, it's just all about happy. Like I'm hearing, I just want to be happy. I want to be happy. And so that's like their top priority. So whatever brings them joy, whatever's bringing them peace, if it's you, great, then you're invited to come. If not, then I feel like this person is like, no, you can't be in my bubble, you know? So there's a little closed off energy around them, but it's more so of like the protective nature. So let's see how you're feeling underneath it all. How is Cancer feeling? Ooh, Nine of Swords. Why stress? Why are you stressing? Ten of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands. So yeah, there is like this protective kind of, oh, stop it, Cancer. Are you waiting for the other shoe to drop? Sorry, I didn't mean to call y'all like that. Some of you, that's what it is. It's like, but I also feel you kind of being in the same space as this person, where it's like, listen, I don't want to have to stress about anything. So if people are going to bring stress or drama or negative energy your way, I feel you being very closed off to that, because it's all about, for you, stability, your foundation, and anything that threatens that, I feel you being very protective against. But here's the funny thing though. If you feel a threat, Cancer, that threat is not real unless you invite it in through your focus. And sometimes we think we're pushing something away or we're saying no to something, but attention to anything, whether it is positive or negative, will create it in your experience. Energy flows where your attention goes. The universe does not hear no. It doesn't hear you and say, oh, that person doesn't want drama, so let's go over here. No, the universe only hears attention. And so if your attention is even on the pushing against of something you don't want, you're still focused on something you don't want, if that makes sense. So actually saying for you to trust a little bit more, for you to lower your defenses, that's not, it feels like it's serving you, but it's really not serving you. You're actually calling the likelihood of attracting something you don't want more by saying no to it than anything. And so they're just saying, well, just break away from it altogether and focus on what inspires you instead. So let's see. I feel so much anxiety right now, y'all. You have no idea. Whoo! It came out of nowhere. Let's see this person's recent, or how they're feeling. 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. King of Pentacles. Yeah, this person, their priorities are straight, at least right now. And what they're prioritizing right now is feeling good, being around people that make them feel good, being comfortable in their own skin, you know, taking kind of the wise and logical approach. I don't feel a whole lot of risk taking or any of that going on. I feel like this person has been through the ringer and now they just want stability. And that's what they're focused on. And again, it's that message of like, if you contribute to that, great. And if not, you don't get to be in the bubble, you know? And I feel you kind of being of the same mindset. So let's see, whoa, what's coming next in the connection? Queen of Cups. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. This is that very sensitive, touchy, emotional energy I felt in the spiritual reading. So I feel like there's that source of anxiety here. There's anxiety here. There's also like rushing through something or like trying to rush something. Be careful about that. You don't want to rush into making plans too soon before you really felt out, you know, how something's gonna go. Yeah. There's still some heavy emotions here to be dealt with. There's still this fear that's kind of blocking you from really being able to, I guess, see things clearly right now. The fear is coming from hurt or a fear of being hurt, okay? It's like you're meant to kind of be vulnerable and emotional as a Cancer, as a Cancerian, and that's your super strength, right? But at the same time, that can be your kryptonite. It can be scary almost, especially when it comes to, I guess, things that are really close to your heart or someone that's really close to your heart, because there's new coming in for you on the horizon, but there's things emotionally that may be creeping up on you that you may need to deal with during this time frame before you can really set sail, okay, into 2024. And if there's things unresolved in this connection, I feel that it still needs to be resolved. And I'm not necessarily saying like you need to talk it out or you need to resolve it with this person. I'm talking more so about within yourself, your internal dialogue, how you talk to yourself about this more so than anything. But it's funny because once you are able to heal that, it's almost like the healing to the external situation just happens naturally as a byproduct. And again, they want to say, and healing doesn't have to be this deep, sad, serious journey, Cancer. Stop dramatizing it. It could be joyful. It could be happy. You could change your perspective simply because you want to feel good. You can make yourself the whatever you want to in your mind. You're telling the story of you, nobody else. So why not make yourself the victor? Why not make yourself the overcomer, the lover, the winner? People will be so afraid to tell a beautiful story about themselves. Why? If you're the one telling your story, tell it right. And you are the one telling your story. You know? All right, so anyways, this person's got a lot of self-reflecting going on. They just want balance. They want something to commit to. They want stability. I can't say this enough. They want predictability. They want growth. They want they want a healthy relationship. The one where they can grow, one where they can develop, one where they can contribute, where they can share their life, their abundance, all that. This person wants peace. They've done a lot of deep self-reflection, and they're ready. They're ready for stability. Are you? Are you ready? See, a lot of you think it's about the other person being ready, and it's always been about you. Because again, even though it seems like our story is about another, it's only ever really about us. So, wow, my life is about relationships, and I can always enter my vibrational vortex. You will never find yourself in a point in time when the subject of relationships is not a part of your now experience. For everything you perceive or notice or know is because of your relationship with something else. Without a comparative experience, you'd be unable to perceive or focus any kind of understanding within yourself. Therefore, it is accurate to say that without relationships, you would not exist at all. So this is reminding you that all of life is about relationships. And I'm not just talking about your relationship with other people. I'm talking about your relationship with everything. Your relationship with money, your relationship with yourself, your relationship with life. Everything is relational to us. And so why not bolster healthy, beautiful, loving thoughts towards everything that is relating to you, and treat everything as if it was you, because it is all an extension of you, and you are an extension of God, which is love, pure essence, loved energy. So all the more reason to just like understand that and love everything that comes into your life, because it's all relational and it all serves a purpose. So wow, beautiful reading, Cancer. I'm gonna leave it there for now. Zodiac signs you could be connecting with or have in your own chart. I have Virgo, I have Libra, Leo, Pisces, Gemini, Aries, Aquarius energy. But take what resonates, leave what doesn't. It is a general reading. If it resonated, please let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe if you haven't yet. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram for more fun stuff, as I do have videos and content over there. Tarot Time with Dana is the name of all my social media links. All of it linked down below, as well as in the About section where you can find the donation link. If you'd like to donate, you can do so there. Otherwise, I'm wishing you the very, very best, Cancer. And until next time, my friends, namaste.